Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. So there's a big investment boom in AI infrastructure right now, as you know, and wondering if the existence of such a boom would indicate that rates are not that restrictive after all. And could further rate cuts at this point perhaps fuel an excess level of investment there or market bubbles? How is the Fed thinking about that?
So I don't think that you're right. There are a lot of data centers being built and other investments being made around the country and around the world. Big U.S. companies are just investing a lot of resources in thinking about how AI, which will be based on those data centers, run through those data centers, is going to affect their businesses. So it's a big deal. I don't think that the spending that happens to build data centers all over the country is especially interest sensitive. It's based on longer run assessments that this is an area where there's going to be a lot of investment and that's going to drive higher productivity and that sorts of things. I don't know how those investments will work out, but I don't think they're particularly interest sensitive compared to some of the other sectors.
And then just a quick follow-up. You mentioned that you do have data that you're looking at for inflation and growth in the absence of government data. Could you give us a sense? I think we know a lot about the jobs data that's out there. Can you give us a sense of what you're looking at to track inflation in the absence of government data? Thank you.
So it's a lot of things, and it doesn't replace government data. But you know all of these. I'll just mention some of the many names: Price Stats, Adobe, and others. For wage inflation, there's ADP data. On spending, you're going to ask about spending at some point. There are lots of other things that we look at, but it's many different sources, and again, including what we get out of the Beige Book, which will be sort of come out mid-cycle as always. And it doesn't replace the government data, but it gives us a picture. Again, I think if something material were happening, if there were material developments, I think we would pick that up. I don't think we'll be able to have the very granular understanding of the economy while this data is not available.